Hello. So I've got an email from Joanna, and she says, first of all, I want to thank you. I try to recover from anorexia nervosa. I eat without restriction. I really try my best to listen to my body and eat, but I have a huge problem with movement. You're not alone. I stopped exercise, but I still walk a lot. I have a big compulsion to walk for hours every day. I feel very guilty and anxious if I can't go for a walk. My doctor says that walks are good for my appetite. So maybe I don't need to stop walking. Maybe I am not right that I feel that there is something wrong with it. What do you think? I want to admit that I'm still underweight. My BMI is about ... Are walks safe for me? No. Should I trust my doctor? Thank you in advance for your answer. Okay, well, I think the compulsive movement thing is still something that many, even people who work with eating disorders, therapists, doctors, dietitians, just don't get. And a lot of the reason that they don't get it is us. Because I know that I used to tell my doctor, well, the walking, it helps me eat and it lowers my anxiety and this, that, and the other. And so as much as I really knew that the walking was compulsive, I was so scared of stopping. I could have convinced anybody that it was a benefit and aid to my recovery to walk. And I think this happens a heck of a lot in eating disorder treatment. So a lot of eating disorder professionals are often, they've got all of these clients and all of them are saying, yeah, walking's a great benefit to me. It eases my anxiety. It helps me motivated to eat more. It actually helps me stay motivated to recover, to get outside and be happy and all of that stuff. I used to say that stuff. I know lots of clients who've told me that they used to say that stuff as well. And half the time we're almost convincing ourselves as well, because we're so scared of stopping the movement. And so you can bullshit yourself and you can bullshit your doctor as well. And they will likely then collaborate with you on that, which is unfortunate. Joanna, you know that there's something wrong with this. You know that. You wouldn't have written me that question if you didn't know that. And I think that it's often easy to use the words of other people as an excuse to collude with your own bullshit. Like, well, the doctor says that walking's good for my appetite, so that must be true, so I should keep doing it. Most of us don't need, when we're sick, any convincing at all that we should continue to move. And the bigger problem is that the lower level movement, because it's not exercise, you can kind of kid yourself, well, walking's normal. People walk all the time. But there's always a part of you that knows that that's not true. There's always a part of you that knows it's compulsive. And really what you need to start doing is listening to that part. That's the truthful part. You can answer your own question there, Joanna, but I do not believe, if you have lower level compulsive movements, I do not believe that you can continue to do that and make a full recovery, because that lower level movement keeps the neural network. It's associated in your brain. It's wired in with the eating disorder behaviors. And so that lower level movement, even going for that walk every day, fires up this whole neural network of the way that you do things every day. So really good luck trying to recover all of these other behaviors when you're still firing up that neural network by going for that walk every day. It's really important that you understand that. There's the physical side of if you're very underweight, it's probably not helpful for your body to go and be exerting exercise by doing walks. There's that side of it, but that side, even if that was completely not true, it's the compulsive stuff, and it's the way it's wired into the neural network that feeds the eating disorder neural network. So if you can imagine like a web, this neural network in your brain, all these neurons are linked up like a web, and your brain associates this movement with your ability to eat that day. And that's why you feel so anxious and stuff like that if you aren't able to walk. And that's why for many of us it just feels so terrifying. And that comes from the migration response. So while you're still walking, there's a part of your brain that thinks that you're still migrating. Otherwise, why the fuck would it be so scared of not walking for a day? That's a brainstem area response. And so it's not, even if we take out the physical side of this, because that can often be an excuse for people, wow, my weight's come up, so I shouldn't have to stop walking, I'm absolutely fine, and my doctor says that my BMI is fine. You know if it's compulsive, and if it's compulsive, it's wired into that eating disorder neural network. And that's all of those behaviors, all of those thoughts. And those thoughts aren't going to go away while you are still feeding energy into that neural network with the movement. Once you're recovered a year or so, and that neural network is not firing anymore, not dug up anymore, it's beginning to get rusty and old and less used, and your brain has made other associations like, oh, well, I haven't been moving and I've still been eating, so that's fine. Obviously, I can do that. When your brain starts to learn those things and have those neural networks going on, then I'm sure there'll be a time when you can go for a walk again if you want, and it won't turn into anything compulsive. But that's not going to be for a while. So take a couple of years off the walking. It's the worst that could happen.